Today we're going to master texture in Procreate and see how it can completely transform your illustrations. Check this out. Here's the illustration with flat colour that isn't chosen thoughtfully, which is where most people stop. But with textured line work, some clever texture tricks applied to the shapes and background, and smarter colour choices, the artwork instantly feels sharper, richer and way more dynamic. I'll walk you step by step through the process, and you can follow along using the free sketch and colour palette link in the description. I'll also list the brushes I'm using, but feel free to use your own. Before we jump in, set your canvas dimensions and colour profile to the following settings. Right, so with the sketch, I'm just going to select multiply and just take it down to about 30 or 40%. And we'll start off with creating a new layer. Let's grab the sketch and just pop it on top. Select this layer here. I'm going to, so we've got the color palette here, and I'm going to select this color here. And let's grab the S tool here. Make sure you've got rectangle selected. And I'll just reduce this in size. And I'm going to draw a rough rectangle like so. What we're aiming for here is just to have a white border of equal width all around. So we can grab the arrow tool and select freeform. And here we can just sort of take it up or down just to make sure that we've got the width is the same all around, or roughly the same visually. That's fine. So let's select the slate marker at around size 10%. Create two new layers. Select both. Group. Rename. Wesley. Wesley is this guy's name. Okay, so make sure we've got that select marker selected. You can select this layer here. We'll select this color here. And we're just going to create an outline of his pants and then fill it in with color. We're going to do that for most of the other items as well. Fill that in with color. Select the top layer here. Now we're going to do the shirt, so we'll select this lightest color here. Fill that in with color. Create a new layer on top. We'll select this color here, fifth from the left. And let's do the jacket now. Fill that in with color. Let's select this layer here, create a new layer on top. We're going to select this color, this last color on the right. Might take it down in size a tad, and we'll just do the face, the neck, hands and legs. I might just momentarily turn this layer off and this layer off. You can take it down in size a tad. Okay, so let's drop the color here, 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 and here. Let's turn the layers back on, and I'm just going to go to the pant layer and go back to that second color on the left. I'm just going to fill in the pants here. Okay, let's create a new layer on top here. Select this darkest color, third from the left, and we'll do the hair now. I'm going to do the handle as well. Now let's grab the yellow, new layer, and let's do the suitcase. 10 or 11% is fine here. Fill that in with colour. Now I'm going to select this colour third from the left and select this layer here. Create a new layer on top. We can continue using this brush. You can take it down in size a tad. And let's do the soles for the shoes. Let's just take it down to about 5%. I'll select the third colour from the left. Create a new layer on top. And let's put some facial features in. Might take it down for 4% maybe. Now just some of the details on the hands. I might just take it up in size, maybe try it at around 7%. That might be too high. Let's try 6. Now let's select the yellow colour, create a new layer on top. And I'm going to draw the glasses in. Let's select this layer here, create a new layer on top. I'll select the darkest colour here and just fill the sunglasses in. Alright, so next we'll use this really cool brush, abrasive shader. I'm going to add some shadow to the neck and just around the hands and the legs. So let's go to this layer here, create a new layer on top. We're going to create a clipping mask. The reason why is because we want to contain the shadows that we put on layer 15 to the shapes we have here on layer 7. So let's use this darkest color here. Just take it down in size a tad. Let's try it at 4%, just under the face on the neck area. And then grab the eraser tool. Let's select slick marker for the eraser, and I'll just erase back like so to the edge or end of the chin, and I'm going to select multiply, and you can play around with the opacity slider, but I might leave mine at around 7%. And we'll do the same to the hands here, just a bit of a shadow under the sleeves and just under the trousers. Now let's select the rugged marker at around 7%. I'll turn my sketch on, and the color that we'll use is this color here, 4th from the left. Let's select this layer here, create a new layer on top. Let's add some detail to the jacket. And also some pocket lines here, as well as some detail to the shirt. Next, I'd like to use the subtle texture at around 26%. So we'll select this 4th color from the left. Let's select the jacket, create a new layer on top. We're going to create a clipping mask, so the texture we place here on layer 17 will be contained to that shape, that jacket shape on layer 6. And let's zoom in, have a look at this gorgeous texture we've got on the jacket, pretty cool. Alright, so let's just go back to the abrasive shader, and I'll select the pants, create a new layer on top. We can do a clipping mask here. We'll just sample the color from the pants, like so. So we've selected that color. I'm going to go to the disc and just select a slightly darker color, like so. Just go down a tad, and we're going to add just a little bit of a shadow under here and under the jacket as well. Now we'll use the dehydrated brush at about 35%, and we'll continue using the same color, and we can stay on the same layer. I'm just going to add this really cool texture to the pants. Right. Next we'll use the wet and dry brush at around 40% or thereabouts. I'm going to select the shirt layer, create a new layer on top, clipping mask. We're going to add this really cool pattern to the shirt. And for that, let's select this 4th color from the right. And first, I'll create some vertical stripes. And I'll create a new layer, clipping mask. I'll select the yellow color. Now I'll create some horizontal stripes. And let's select this layer here and switch it to color burn. How cool is that pattern, that texture pattern on the shirt now. Now I'll select the mighty pencil, add around 3% is fine. Just going to create a little bit of a shadow, and let's select this layer here, create a new layer on top. We'll actually just pop this on top here. I'm going to make sure that this is kept a clippy mask. Select that layer here. We will use this color here, the last color on the right, and I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow here. Actually, I might bring the brush size up a bit, I think. I'll try it at around 36%. And I'll select multiply on this layer, multiply, and just take the opacity slide it down. Might leave it at around 36%. That's looking pretty good. Now the blotch tool, at around 70%. I'll select the lightest color. Let's close this group here. Select this group, create a new layer on top. And I'm just going to apply this really gorgeous texture. And that's it, Wesley is complete. I hope you enjoyed following along and that you picked up some new tips and tricks for working with color and texture in your illustrations. Let's just zoom in. Now, the thing that I'm most in love with in this illustration is that gorgeous texture on that shirt, that pattern on that shirt, as well as this beautiful textured jacket that we've got here. Wesley is looking pretty cool and snazzy. Let's just zoom in so we can see a few of the other pieces. So we've got this beautiful texture in the background. We've got these really cool colors. They're quite bright, but they work really well together. And if you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more Procreate step-by-step tutorials, and let me know in the comments what kind of illustrations you'd love to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.